This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, September 6th, 2018. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. The University of Maryland Police Department is investigating a hate bias crime on campus after students discovered a swastika and anti-LGBT messages scrawled on whiteboards in separate dormitories on the campus. Monday afternoon, a student reported overhearing anti-LGBT comments and finding anti-LGBT messages written on whiteboards in one dorm. And a little bit later that afternoon, in another dorm, a student reported a swastika drawn on a whiteboard. Police are reviewing camera footage as well as swipe card access for the buildings that were involved. And the University of Maryland Police Department is encouraging anyone with information about either incident to call the police at 301-405-3555. Maryland's PARCC exams are controversial to say the least, and yesterday we found out that Governor Larry Hogan really dislikes them. We never want to see another one of these PARCC exams ever, he told reporters on Tuesday. Hogan said the test will not be given after next year and that the Maryland State Department of Education is currently working on new standardized tests that would be administered in the 2020-2021 academic year. The latest results from the PARCC test showed that among students in 3rd to 8th grade, only 31% passed the math test and just 41% passed the English exam. A number of states have already abandoned the PARCC exam, so Maryland will not be alone, but it will be interesting to see what they come up with to replace it, as it is a requirement by the federal government. The Baltimore Orioles are doing something very cool and very unique. They will wear the first of their kind big league jerseys with their names in braille for its National Federation of the Blind night on September 18th. The jerseys are going to be autographed and auctioned off after the game against the Toronto Blue Jays on September 18th. The proceeds will benefit the Federation of the Blind, which has been operating in Baltimore for 40 years now. The first 15,000 fans at Camden Yards are going to receive Braille alphabet cards. A blind musician will perform the national anthem, and the foundation president, Mark Riccobono, will throw out the first pitch. And finally, in a new teaser, Netflix has confirmed exactly what happened to Kevin Spacey's former character, President Frank Underwood, on the drama House of Cards. Spoiler, he's dead. The network suspended production of the 6th and final season of the show last year when it terminated Spacey following his sexual misconduct allegations. And as we speculated a couple months ago, Robin Wright is actually stepping into the spotlight as the new President of the United States. And in the snippet that was just released the other day, we see her as President Claire Underwood standing by a pair of graves, one belonging to her dead father-in-law and the other featuring a new tombstone marked Francis J. Underwood, 46th President of the United States. She looks at the tombstones and says, "I'll tell you this, Francis. When they bury me, it won't be in my backyard, and when they pay their respects, they'll have to wait in line." The final season of House of Cards premieres on Netflix November 2nd. That is about it for the top news today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day because we do update it throughout the day. It is Thursday, so you want to make sure you hang tight because we have Trevor with your Annapolis Maker Minutes. And of course, we have George Young with your local DMV weather forecast, and that's coming up in just a moment. It's the Navy Football and Bud Light Golden Ticket Giveaway. Join Eye on Annapolis and Navy Football this Saturday from 12:30 to 3:30 for a chance to win VIP Bud Light Golden Tickets to see the Navy midshipmen take on the Memphis Tigers. 4 lucky winners will be selected for the ultimate Bud Light football fan experience. Come on out to McGarvey's Saturday from 12:30 to 3:30 for the Bud Light Golden Ticket Party. Bring some friends or make some new ones, because it's all about building friendships.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and here's your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, September 6th. Alright, lots to cover today. First, today will bring a close to this latest 4-day heat wave, but not until temps again climb into the 90 to 95 degree range with heat indices 95 to 100 plus degrees. Then a front moves through the region and temps drop back down into the 80s on Friday, but we'll have to watch for strong to severe thunderstorms in the PM hours as that front moves through. Then the weekend looks to be a couple of days with highs only in the 70s, which will feel great after this week's heat and humidity, and it'll likely feel even cooler with tons of clouds, occasional drizzle and showers, and some refreshing winds from the east and northeast. And looking into next week, it is likely that the threat for rain showers will stick around into Tuesday or Wednesday, though temps will probably climb back up into the mid to upper 80s. And the whole time all of these weather changes occur in Annapolis and across all of Anne Arundel County, we'll be keeping a close eye on Major Hurricane Florence out in the Atlantic, as there's some potential it could impact the east coast of the United States late next week or next weekend. Alright, that's it for today. Be sure to get our free weather app by searching the Apple App Store or Google Play Store for DC MDVA Weather so you can always stay weather informed, or follow us on our website at dmvweather.com or on Facebook or Twitter. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great day out there despite this last hot and humid heat wave day. But remember, whatever the weather outside, have fun and be safe.
There are 533 miles of shoreline in Anne Arundel County alone. We are literally surrounded by water. We boat in it, we paddle in it. So let's celebrate. Together with the Annapolis Sailing School, the folks at Capital SUP and Live Water Foundation have put together the inaugural Annapolis Water Sports Festival. Save the date, Saturday, September 15th from noon to 5 at the Annapolis Sailing School campus. Try out all sorts of non-motorized water sports, stand-up paddleboarding, kayak, and of course, sailing. Groove to the sounds of pressing strings and enjoy yoga, kids' activities, and more. It is the perfect way for the entire family to end the summer. And you could even drive away with a brand new stand-up paddleboard of your very own. Tickets are on sale now at whatsuptix.com, or you can just go to Facebook and search for Annapolis Water Sports Festival. Remember, September 15th, noon to 5 p.m. at the Annapolis Sailing School on Bemby Beach Road. It is the inaugural Annapolis Water Sports Festival.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Makers Minute, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
This is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. It's finally here. The Anne Arundel County Fair starts next Wednesday and runs all the following weekend. Go out and check out all the livestock and get yourself some funnel cake while you're there. Tonight is the 4th annual Baltimore Taxidermy Open presented by the Walters Art Gallery and Bazaar, a Hampton shop specializing in natural history items and morbid gifts. This exhibit features works of alternative taxidermy, as well as examples of taxidermy from the Walters collection. Saturday in Columbia is Color Columbia, a plein-air paint-out. Come out and check out the artists, painting outdoors, and around Lake Kittamakundi and Wild Lake in Columbia. You're also invited to join the artists with your friends and family. All supplies are provided and some light instruction is available. Also Saturday in Frederick is the In the Street Festival, including the craft beverage experience. Spend the day enjoying 9 blocks of fun children's activities, local art organizations, 4 stages of entertainment, beer and wine gardens, and local breweries and distilleries. Also on Saturday in Chesapeake Beach and North Beach, in association with the Chesapeake Beach Oyster Cultivation Society and Chesapeake Beach Railway Trail, it's their Taste the Beaches Festival. There will be local restaurants, food trucks, beer and wine, a kids zone with the Chesapeake Mermaid, their Fishmobile, a traveling aquarium with Chesapeake Bay inhabitants, a Birds of Prey exhibit, and local vendors and live music. And this weekend at Sandy Point State Park is the 51st Annual Maryland Seafood Festival. As always, it features music, contests, great food, and their famous crab soup cook-off and more. This week at the Anne Arundel County Public Library System, on Monday in Crofton, is a 3D print design class where you'll learn to use Tinkercad to design 3D models. Laptops are provided for the first 20 employees, and objects will be 3D printed after the event. Also Monday, at the Eastport Annapolis Neck Library, is Star Party with Glenn Bach of the Goddard Space Center. Learn about constellations, star clusters, and galaxies, and view them through a telescope. Tuesday at the Odenton Library is STEAM Tuesday, with many different STEAM activities to be enjoyed. Next Wednesday at the Crofton Library is the Nature Explorers Club. Get a close look at a piece of our planet by joining the Nature Explorers Club for ages 7 to 12. Tomorrow, down at NASA's Wallops Flight Center, between 9:30 a.m. and 12:30 p.m., they'll be launching an Aspire 3 mission featuring a Black Brant 9 suborbital rocket. Still takes a couple hours to get down there, but NASA's Wallops Center, just south of Ocean City, It's probably the closest place you can go around here to see an actual rocket launch, and for once it's not at 5:30 a.m. This week at Unallocated Space in Severn, tomorrow night is Amateur Radio Night, Sunday is Analog Gaming Sunday, featuring classic board games and card games as well as some new favorites, and Monday is Project Night. Come by and work on your project or show off what you've been working on. At Annapolis Makerspace, tonight we have Basics of Electronics with Tom, Monday nights are always Woodworking Night, and Thursday nights in general are for electronics or microcontrollers or whatever you have along those lines. And if you haven't been to Annapolis Makerspace yet, come by and check it out sometime. We're just up near the bowling alley near the mall, and we're basically a community workshop. If you don't have the tools, expertise, or space to work on something at home, you can come by and work on it at Annapolis Makerspace. We have plenty of great people who are always willing to help out when they can. And as always, you can catch me tonight and every Thursday night at Annapolis Makerspace on Renard Court for Electronics Night. And I'll be posting links to these events on the Annapolis Makerspace website at makeannapolis.org sometime today. And whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
September 29th, the inaugural Twist and Stout Festival at Quiet Waters Park along the shores of the South River. Twist and Stout, a Maryland wine, craft beer, music, food, and arts festival, presented by the Anne Arundel County Department of Recreation and Parks, along with the Maryland Wineries Association. Sample dozens of craft beers and Maryland wines, dance the afternoon away to the sounds of Saved by Zero and the Groove Spot Band. Watch the plein air painters and shop dozens of artisans, crafters, and food trucks. Tickets are on sale now at twistandstout.org. TWISTANDSTOUT.org. September 29th, Twist and Stout at Quiet Waters Park, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tickets at twistandstout.org. You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.